After years of but could he do it in the Premier League? Pep Guardiola finally arrived on British shores last summer to all-round genuine excitement. Here he was, philosophical Pep. Pep of Barca and tiki-taka. Pep of Bayern and midfield domination. Pep of decent facial hair and well-cut suits. And following a summer transfer splash of around £160 million, City started the season with a terrifying 10-game winning spree. A run that included a 2-1 victory over arch-nemesis Jose Mourinho's Manchester United at Old Trafford. But that start was the pinnacle to a frustrating first season at City. When a dodgy Champions League campaign ended at the hands of Monaco, in addition to elimination from the FA Cup and the League Cup, things weren't so groovy over at the Etihad. After just about securing Champions League football for next year, Guardiola himself stated that he would have been sacked had this been a season at Barcelona or Bayern. So here are the things that City and the man himself need to improve on for next year. Stop the goalie vanity project. As shots continue to hit the back of Claudio Bravo's net without his hands getting near the ball, Bravo often looked like he had his hands tied with string to a puppet being controlled by someone sitting above his goalposts. He was brought in for his ability to use his feet, but after a few mistakes and a run of 6 shots on target at him, all going in, Bravo was getting slaughtered from all angles. Rather than sparing his blushes and keeping him out the limelight, Pep continued to play Bravo amidst a din of slapstick mistakes. This was a ridiculous vanity project gone wrong, and the signing of young Brazilian goalie Ederson will fill the wobbly number 1 spot. Ederson is a great keeper and will make the jersey his own, but Pep should swallow all of his pride and finish the job by moving Bravo onto another side. And a change of club will be good for Bravo's own peace of mind and as a way of covering up Pep's often arrogant flaws. Find a new leader. Vincent Kompany is one of the most motivating and influential players in the Premier League. He's balanced, aggressive and generally bloody class, but he's also crocked. Kompany only played 11 games for City last year, but they always looked immeasurably more comfortable with him at both the heart of the defence and the heart of the side. He scored 3 goals in those games and was key in City winning their last 4 games to secure their Champions League spot. When he's been sidelined, City have had their adopted son Pablo Zabaleta to take over the reins, but with him now at West Ham, they need to find another leader. Toure has an influential presence and Silva has been there a long time, but neither really fit the gap. Pep should think about handing responsibility and hopefully form over to John Stones. The added responsibility could take Stones from a very promising English central defender to a very cultured swashbuckling one, which could be great for both City and the national side. Or Pep could go for the wild card and give the intoxicating Gabriel Jesus and his wonderful eyebrows the armband. The centre of the park. It seems odd that, with players like İlkay Gundogan, Fernando, Fernandinho, Yaya and Kevin De Bruyne, the centre of Pep's midfield should be an issue. But it definitely is. Fernandinho spent most of his time getting sent off or playing at right back last year. Gundogan got very badly injured, Fernando goes missing, and Yaya is an incredible footballer but gets pissed off when he doesn't get his cake. City have moved quickly for Monaco's young baller Bernardo Silva, but he's more of a David Silva protégé than the central midfield dynamo they need. Guardiola should move in for someone like Adrien Rabiot from PSG, who spent time at City as a youth player, or steal in on Ruben Neves from Porto, who Championship Wolves bizarrely look like signing through their Jorge Mendes connections to shore up the centre of their midfield. Keep the same formation. Pep's vanity projects extended from his playing of Claudio Bravo right through to fiddling with his formations, even playing Pablo Zabaleta as a weird false number 2 come quarterback thing for a few games. After winning the first 10 games, Guardiola played 8 different formations in the following 6 months of the season as he tried to acclimatise to the Premier League. Their 4-2 loss to Leicester whilst playing a 3-4-3 with 2 fullbacks at centre-half was probably the lowest ebb in Pep's tinkering. And he should stick to the 4-3-3 that saw them play so well for the last 8 or so games of the year. With Sané and Jesus adapting so well and so quickly, providing them with a consistent backbone would allow them to combine with De Bruyne, Sterling and the 2 Silvers in a more secure and creative way. Bring an academy player through. City's academy is incredibly well revered and their facilities are considered amongst the best in the world. So where are the players breaking through to the first team? Chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak announced in May that he would like to see at least one academy player challenging for a first team spot every year. And this is a policy likely to be popular with the Man City faithful. Kelechi Iheanacho has been the closest to securing regular football in recent years, but even he is way down the pecking order thanks to the arrival of Gabriel Jesus and the continuing form of Sergio Aguero, who, if he does leave, will be undoubtedly replaced with a big money striker. 3 academy players are very highly revered in Jadon Sancho, Phil Foden and Brahim Diaz, and City would do no harm in bringing any of these into the first team fold. Sort the defence. Of primary importance, and already mentioned with regards to finding a new leader and being consistent with formation, is the need to sort out the defence. Frankly, it's an absolute state. The signing of John Stones last summer was hailed as the answer to City's leaky back line, but Stones never really looked comfortable. A regular partner at centre-half will give him the confidence to play with the same form he had at Everton, but that isn't even half of the problem. Gael Clichy, Bakary Sagna, Pablo Zabaleta and almost certainly Alexander Kolarov have all left City, leaving them with no one to play fullback. Pep will be looking to sign at least 3 new players to fill the gaps, with Dani Alves, who was sensational for Juve last year, looking most likely at the moment to be the first to make the trip. Benjamin Mendy from Monaco is also a target, and if City can also grab England international Kyle Walker from Spurs, then things will be looking a lot more secure in front of Pep's 18-yard box next year. From finding a replacement for Vincent Kompany to bringing through academy players this year, those are the 6 ways Man City can improve for next season. What do you think? Let us know down in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.